HoBNews this week brought to you by a pumpkin that somebody bought in.
Three of them.
Today, four there
Four
were.
of them.
Once again, he is talking, ladies and gentlemen. Is he wearing different clothes? He must be. He's not.
It's because...
What is wrong with you?
They are just so warm.
Oh, don't take them off.
Oh,
Come on, I have to pixelate that. Crikey.
Thermals here. I've got my t-shirt. And I got my lovely warm jacket. But it is freezing
the content
out
the people of Stafford are crying out for, Will. Not.
All right.
Welcome.
Thank you, Jack.
It gets worse. Shout at you and be more horrible to you week after week. We've got loads to talk about. I say it every week, but we have. Let's start with the fishes.
Yes. Well, this is very exciting. I'm calling it the Greta Thunberg effect. But lovely Richard and Mrs. Richard, I don't know what... Richard, your wife's name is, but thank you for the local giving donation. And it was basically inspired by their daughter, who wants to stop homelessness. She wants to make it a thing of the past,
That is a
which
bold
is a
desire.
Fantastic ambition. So I hope you watch this, Richard, and your wife and your daughter. We don't know your daughter's name, but good on you.
One thing, important things we wanted to talk about was the volunteer roles.
Yes, the volunteer roles at the House of Bread.
Seedy buns.
The busier and more professional we're getting, the more that we need people to make the well-oiled machine function like a well-oiled machine.
The cogs need to be lubricated.
Yes. So a couple of roles that are particularly important, and actually we've had some inquiries already this week looking at filling those gaps. Let's start off with the collection type person. You could be part of the collection team. You'd be working with people like me, Donald, Monday Phil when you're back, hi Phil, Tuesday David, Wednesday Dave. There's loads of different people, and they're collecting from, and Jack, sorry. And they're
Well, I tend to do it when nobody else can.
Yeah, and they're collecting from Marks and Spencer's, Aldi, Tesco's, Lidl,
it's
M&S.
It's a really vital part. Everything that House of Bread does runs on surplus food. The cafe specifically runs on surplus food, but there's also the food bank, there's also the clothes bank, there's also the toiletry bank. So it's collections from stores or different collections from individuals, and they could be all sorts of different collections. Some random collections, hotels if they're giving us
so just a couple of hours a week
stuff.
On an ad hoc basis. That's absolutely fine. You could be in a pool of people, a bit like an Uber hob person. In fact, we're also looking at some folk to help us do the clean-up at the end of the day. And what I mean by that is we come to an end of the day and we are a bit and it's a group of people maybe coming in and just helping us mop the floors, clean the floors, sort out the
cafe's getting busier and busier and busier, and that means that we're all working harder and harder and harder, and it gets messier and messier and messier the busier it gets. We try and keep on top of it while it's open, but if somebody's coming in needing this and you're cooking this and your arm's in one place and your head's in another, it does get a bit messy at the end of the day. So if anybody again really wants to make a massive difference to the quality of Cafe 43 and House of Bread, cleaning is a real option. It would either be before we open in the mornings. We tend to open at 9:30 throughout the week, or when we close after 6 o'clock.
We're still always asking about people who want to volunteer. Generally, we've got a caseworker team, which is more of a sort of learning skills to help triage the issues that are coming through the cafe. But genuinely, I've spoken to loads of people and say, do you need any help? The answer is yes, you just don't know how you can help us yet.
We always need volunteers. As I've mentioned to several people, volunteers have lives as well. And volunteers' lives are just as important as House of Bread and Cafe 43. So if something happens in their life, we will say, look, go and sort that out, go and deal with it, families, lives, all that kind of thing. So when that person is away dealing with their stuff, we need somebody else available to slot in or just to be able to cover, which makes everybody's lives a lot easier and our friends able to have the one-to-one connection they need. Right, Will, we have gone on and on and on.
So a couple more things.
Lots to race through.
Just a very quick option. There is now a vegetarian option at Cafe 42. Thank you, Louis. There's probably 4 or 5 of us. I say us in terms of we're vegetarians. But it's
not
great.
Just the staff.
Not just the staff. We can offer vegetarian option now as a
meal. Other people are allergic to stuff and all sorts, and some people can't eat
fantastic.
Pork and all that.
Just quickly to Claire, the barbers, because they're always collecting for us. So thank you very much. We opened your tin again. Good collection of.
Claire has been a fantastic supporter. We've been going there for a few years now. now, I think.
So, yeah.
She gives us endless amounts of stuff that people bring into her barbers, donate, family, friends and customers, and lots of people just put in that little bit of extra money in the till.
Couple of other things. First of all, we've had one or two really, really nice conversations about folk who've left money values in their wills for us, which is fantastic, and one of those has come through, so thank you very much to all that family. And I've spoken to the carer who looked after the lady who left the money to us, and that was really, really lovely. The second one, which is particularly nice, and I just wanted to mention Davina and her dear dad, and they came in and made a donation, and then they asked for something very specific. Not so much with the money, because they said, well, do whatever you want, and we're going to be buying some extra food bits that we might be missing in spite of all the surplus, and we're buying a tabletop griddle. But one of the things they want to do, and we're going to do it, it's on the 18th of March, Davina, you've got it in your diary.
If you want to come down when you hear what's going to happen.
It's a meal which consists of the main course is shepherd's pie, followed by Victoria sponge and custard.
Why those specific food stuffs?
That's because Davina's mum, bless her, died a couple of months ago. That was her favourite meal, and that's what she used to make for all the family. I think it's Wednesday the 18th of March. I think it's a Wednesday.
Fantastic. So that'll be great because the cafe will be running as usual, but it will have real significance for Davina. I think that is 10 minutes we've been recording. It won't be 10 minutes long, trust me. I will have edited out the majority of what Will has said.
I promise I'll wear something different.
You heard it here again. Right, thank you, Will, for joining me.
That's all right. It's an absolute delight.
Thank you very much for watching, as ever. If you want to know how we do what we do and why we do it, and some of the more gritty stuff about what we face on a day-to-day basis at House of Bread, check out our campaign videos. The latest one was got a lot of feedback, great feedback actually, and we were touching on some very serious issues. They go up on Wednesdays at 6, but they're just scroll down or go onto YouTube. Thank you very much for watching once more. We will see you next time. Goodbye.
I've got a bit of grace.
If you want to know about how we do what we do and why we do it, there's the sneeze.
No, it's gone.
And all the more...